But if Chris would join, he would be here already, I guess. But I know why Chris is actually not very active, he told us now. But maybe he has time soon again. Don't tell me it's tech again. Because it looks like tech. Maybe it is desert car, who knows. But I can only say that I was missing a few Cup of the Days lately. And it was always tech and dirt that we had. Like the ones that I didn't miss that I played was then also tech and dirt. Just yesterday was a plastic map. I shortly thought about playing, but it was not really feeling right because another family that is related to us was visiting and we were eating outside, and would have been a bit weird if I go down inside and play while they eat. But yeah, looks to be stadium car and looks to be another. Yeah, it's a link map. We just had a link map, right? It's a bit mixed, has plastic already here. But the important stuff is gonna be the drifts, I guess. But let's see. There's actually a lot of plastic as well. We had yesterday a plastic map. This is the plastic part that I've seen. So here comes the drift now. And plastic, like, wow. Actually should have played yesterday's map to be well prepared for today. Yeah. Also, inside line. It's all about remembering all these corners here. It's now my last days from my vacation. I traveled back last night, like over the night. And I'm already a little bit tired here. Because I couldn't sleep very well in the train, obviously. Yeah, and tomorrow I directly have a shift again to work. That's how fast it goes. Massa is playing. Okay, we're gonna watch GPS now. Okay, down to the right. Nice inside line. This is rather middle-ish. So then he jumps into this turn. And here, further outside. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. You want to be more on the platform. This is only a very small slide. Here he goes close to this white light. Okay. Takes this inside. Speed sliding to the far right there. And then into the finish. Okay. Then let's get a run with this. So here was more inside, here more middle. Jump, not much drift. Here more outside to stay more inside in this part of the turn. Only a small slide. Opting for far right. Staying inside. Speed sliding out. Oh, that was bad. That did cost a lot. But a 1.3 seconds improvement. Nevertheless. Did I? Ah. Yeah. Is anyone watching that is also playing the Cup of the Day? I might join the voice chat again. Ja, Haken, exactly you I meant when I asked that. No voice. Oh. The thing is, like, I'm almost every time alone here. It's crazy. Like, there's actually no activity anymore in the Cup of the Days from the OK Boys. I took all the space in this drift, but then the angle is garbage for the plastic uphill. Sound is glitching. Okay, also you say the music is fine. And my voice is fine. It is only the engine sound. Music you can't... but why would things change when I leave? It's too silent. Okay, I try to fix. Also one thing that sometimes works is if I just close VLC. If there's any difference already. Sometimes VLC makes things buggy. It's like the first thing that I wanted to test out now. It's still there, okay. Is it watchable until the seeding ends? Because I don't want to waste too much time now. Okay. Yeah, maybe I have to set some things in OBS, I don't know. But there hasn't been an update in OBS. I kinda expected that there could be an update and that wouldn't change things. Now yeah, let's focus the remaining 5 minutes for getting the one here. Yeah. Okay. Thanks. No more laptop gaming, no. I'm back home. And I survived the tandem or paragliding flight. I'm not sure what's the difference between tandem and paragliding. I have a full video of it, already uploaded it to YouTube, but in private. But I will show at some point some things about it. There's still a lot that I have to upload to YouTube from my GoPro. Sadly, that doesn't work that easily as I would wish. Okay, it's getting tight now. Too far. I felt like my run wasn't even that bad with my goals. I seem to push at the wrong places. Oh, this is annoying. But yeah, this is where my ghost loses. Like, it's super important to get the line there. We have one try still that we can finish. That does not look great. As I secured at least a 3, I guess, with this improvement, but that's really not great. Let's check out the issue. Mania Team 2020. So I see that it is selected. I wouldn't know why it would make issues. I just reselected, but I wouldn't know why it would change anything. Because it shows short stuttering. Did anything change? I don't really think so. Like this kind of problem we never had, right? But I hate these problems. Like, I mean, I left my home and I came back now and basically everything is the same. So I didn't really change anything. Like I wouldn't really know why something should be different now. Like before I started my computer, I connected everything hardware-like. But what could be even the reason? Because in OBS I just only see that iTunes works, that it plays music. And I also know that Team 2020 is having sound. Of course I cannot hear that myself. Also from my side everything sounds fine. So it has to be somewhere in OBS, in the connection. There is a chance that a restart of my computer fixes it, which is of course not really, like sometimes a restart just fixes things. But the voice is fine, yeah? And also go out of, I go out of the Discord voice, but in Discord I was also unsure with one thing. Because it selected something else automatically. Did just leaving the voice chat in Discord change anything? Probably not yet, no? Or it sounds better? Okay, then I have an idea. Because this is something I wanted to test anyway. But I couldn't because there is no OK boy. I wanted to join a voice chat once because I saw that Discord selected a certain speaker as output, and I thought that my voice meter is the output there usually, and I wanted to test that, but nobody joins, so I cannot test it. And was everything better now? Ah. Maybe once had audio issues when the VLC media player in the background had the wrong output channel. Oh god. And that resulted in very bad glitches in the audio. So yeah, okay, had to be that. But luckily we found it easily now. But I really don't know why it was changed in Discord. Like, that is something that I don't know. Like, why the heck was my output in Discord changed? Was it changed because I used Discord on my laptop? And it took over the setting now for this PC as well? Or did it just change out of a weird different reason? Yeah, I saw another car, very strong laggy. 175 frames lost. Oh, man. Yeah, I think I will change the output in Discord after the next round. Good that I didn't have this lag while I was driving. But what would be shit is if my VOD is cut in half. If that's the case, then welcome in the cup of the day, YouTube people. Today's map is by Link and is pretty similar to the map styles that we had lately, especially yesterday was plastic as well. This is a mix of plastic and tech, and it is Division 3. So, real quick. Where is it? Here, voice meter. Okay, and back in. So I changed Discord now, the output source. And after the next round, I'm gonna go into the voice channel in my server, in my Discord server. Because I wanted to check anyway if things are working when someone else is in voice. Or we can also check now when I join voice chat if it's solved now. Because you guys can tell me. Okay, then let's quickly go. Ja, Troat can shine, nice. So.
Test.
Test, hello.
Hello.
Alerts check. Yeah, thanks a lot for the alert, Hagen. Yeah, actually, now after my holidays, I updated Streamlabs earlier. No? When Cup of the Day started, I also started the Streamlabs program, and the amount of subs in my channel refreshed. From 86 or 87 or what it was before, it went down to 40. This is what holidays make. But yeah, holidays were really cool. The weather was perfect, you could say, pretty much perfect. The thing is, before my holiday started, I had to forecast a lot of really bad weather in Central Europe. It was every day there was rain or shower or something. And when my holiday started, there was like one more day where it was rainy, and then it got better, and then it was just hot and basically sunny for my whole for the whole duration of my holidays. And it looked like it would actually get worse now that my holidays end, but it's only worse where I have been now for 2 days. It generally looks as if it's still pretty high pressure influenced until somewhere in the next week. There it seems like there's gonna be a storm low coming up, but that's we still have to see, like it's in 6 days or something, or in 7 days when that arrives. Maybe things change until then again. Yeah, Discovery Cup is something else. The weird thing is that my colleague is known for always forecasting shit weather, but actually this time I was forecasting shit weather all the time, and then when I left and he came, we got good weather, which is super unusual. So he forecasted good weather now all the time. And it basically started exactly when he came from his holidays back. Yeah. When you're in the mountains, it's of course really great when you have such weather, because you just go up onto a mountain and then it is a bit less hot automatically. It's still, yeah, it was still of course a bit too sunny, because the sun is just burning also when you're on the top of the mountain, and it's not that cool. Like even on the highest mountain of Germany, it was still easily 15 degrees or something, but full in the sun, and their fields then even hotter. You know, the Discovery Cup that was used, it was usually just a knockout, often then on RPG maps, because RPG players joined it more and then he often built RPG maps. But now it's different, and at Hagen it is something for you. It is a Hagen Cup actually. The new rules in the Discovery Cup are pathfinding, puzzle-like. You have 2 warm-ups to find the best line, the best way, and then 3 rounds on 5 maps. Yeah, but it's at 9 PM, so you still have time. I don't like this plastic exit there. Ah. What heavily surprises me now is that in the past couple of the days that I played on my laptop, I actually managed to reach Div 1 on my laptop. It was often close, but I managed it. And now I'm back on the good PC. It was only good enough for Div 3. That is super weird. Like also here in Div 3, it looks like I'm missing pace on this map massively. Like look, I'm only 1800s behind my PB. Yeah, I'm not far away from my PB with this round, but I'm missing so much to first. Like first place is 6/10 faster than my PB. That's easily a Div 1 type, but also second and third I would assume would have been Div 1. I don't know what the cutoff was, but I would assume they would have made it with these times. So probably I'm doing a slightly wrong line without noticing. Because this map has also these... so you don't really need to brake much for drifts or anything. It's often like just having the correct line also into the plastics. Scheiße. Yeah, and I was very afraid of this hole all the time. We need to pray that there are mistakes happening. But I'm skeptical about that. So far, looks bad. Like I'm even dead last. Like the last rounds I would have survived with this distance, but in this round I'm just dead last. That's incredible. Yeah, one guy DNF'd. But yeah, this hole is like, I just never got around there. It felt like I have to risk that hole. I have to go over the edge of the hole to even get around this corner. It was super weird. Like in the seeding, I also struggled to just get an angle for this turn. Because if you don't get tight around this right turn, I can show when they drive there. If you don't get tight around this right turn here, then you have a very bad line for the left. And it feels like you need to go over this hole almost. And yeah, someone else was clipping there as well. But last rounds, no, there was, also not all the last rounds, but many rounds it was like 2 or 3 seconds to first red. And now I was like literally just last. That is interesting. Maybe your throttle is set to 90%. Yeah, that must be it. Surely. Yeah. Yeah, we open Div 1 as well. So, who do I take? I can take Massa. Massa doesn't have... he sometimes makes interface on. He's still driving. What is Giuliano doing? Giuliano is in Div 1, it seems, and he is having interface on. Then there's also Pack. Let's try it with Giuliano for now. Even though I'm not sure if Giuliano stays when he gets knocked out, but we will see that. Sometimes he just leaves, you know. Then I have to find someone else. I would have liked to take someone that is already knocked out, but I think that they are all still in, all the streamers. Also we have one mistake, probably similar than what I did. And here, oh, down is out. That's good news. Two mistakes. Basically everyone is safe here. This entry into the plastic, I was really unsure how to take it, but I didn't have time to watch the GPS again. Like I definitely, before the knockout, I definitely would have watched the GPS again or would have left the map and see the world record. I definitely would have done that if there wasn't this issue to solve. And it would have helped, most likely. The early crash actually survived this round, that's crazy. And Giuliano might also survive, even though he had also an early mistake in the round, but he's still in red. Massa is right ahead. Also one streamer most likely is going out unless someone crashes ahead. Yeah, it's Giuliano out. Let's see if he stays on the server. If not, then I have to find someone else. But obviously I would like to have someone that shows the whole field. More than a POV from someone that is still driving, at least. Okay, we don't see any big mistakes, but still it's 8/10 from, or 9/10 from first to last. Bit less in the end, but yeah, 51.04, and ahead of that was actually a 0.8 already, because it was tight for the top 9. So in Div 1 we see Gary Cool currently in absolute last place, even though he's only 4/10 short of first, but he's coming back. Poon Poon is dropping and Nabla goes for a lot of speed, makes the corner, and it remains Gary Cool out. And he drove a 0.33. Gary Cool drove a 0.33. And this was not enough to stay in. I think that you would win this division here if you consistently drive 0.3. We have a DNF, so easy trophies for the others, and N Kram is also quite behind. But there shouldn't be anything happening. They all finish. Let's focus on the right side again, where we see also the round for the trophies here. And NHE Systems, no, just HE Systems, is currently in last and a bit behind the field. Nabla also dropping a bit, the rest is within 210. We have Pack, Massa, Levon, Scrappy, Cypher, Freidwolf and Letzter. Oh, and Cypher with a mistake in the very last turn, and this makes... I thought Nabla... Did Nabla crash? That would mean that HE Systems was mega überlucky that 2 people failed the ending and he's in. Nabla failed the end as well? Wow. That is like super lucky for HE Systems, holy moly. Like he was just literally last and only the finish was remaining. But look at this is also mega close. Laku versus Mokka. Nobody touching, everyone making it. Mokka loses it in the last turn. It was a very close round. He's out with a 0.83 and Laku ahead of him had a 0.6 point something. Also there I definitely would have needed to improve my PB at this point. Now we are back on Div 1 where HE Systems is again in big trouble and needs to rely on another bigger crash by someone in front. He won't have any chance otherwise. The last turn is coming. Everyone seems to survive. And HG Systems is then still out, but he got the trophies. So now we got on the left side Schlob 42 with an early mistake here that puts him over a second behind the others. Yeah. And he's knocked out. Looking at the right again. The top 7 round starting in Division 1. Is it EcoWolf? Okay, I actually meant purple when I said Fredwolf because I only saw the purple color and I thought that would be Fredwolf because probably I saw the purple and the Wolf nickname was close by, so I just said Fredwolf. But I was looking at purple basically. So it's close round in Div 1. Purple needs to overtake and it looks bad even though he's doing a good job in the last turn. This is a really good round. Like purple is doing a 0.0 and is knocked out with that. Also this is definitely Div 1 pace. And here in Div 3 we see Pep in the lead. And it's also a close round, Racer versus Tommy, and Tommy is usually pace-wise the guy that I would expect to maybe win. And he will survive in this round, but it was close. He was beaten by Flamecaster, Laku and Pep. But here we have Racer out, and he drove something around 0.5-ish. Yeah, 0.5 I think he had. And we see Scrappy in last place and basically chanceless, unless someone makes a mistake for him. The other players are again extremely close together. While on the left side we see the top 4 rounds starting. So 2 big players still in, Massa and Letzter. And Letzter is the last of the survivors. Scrappy is knocked out. Oh, wild lines here and Flamecaster hard to respawn is completely out of this round. So the 3 round is decided. Your chat, so yeah, sorry. Actually, I also didn't really want that Fredwolf wins, but I mean, there it was also so unclear who would be first or not with this ending. I actually was also surprised that I was the only one getting it. Or going for it, I don't know. But I kinda also helped you by forgetting about the cup and not being there from the start. That was really a bit unfortunate. Because with this cup, I have a recording on my laptop that I still have to upload to YouTube. When it was planned to take place the first time, I had to decide between the cup with these many old car maps, which I really would have liked to play, or taking my invitation into the content creator races in this game Rennsport. And I decided for Rennsport, and when I then heard that the cup actually couldn't take place, I was super happy that I actually could do both. So I played Rennsport on that evening and could play the cup later. Yeah, now I didn't use this chance that I could play the cup later. Meanwhile, while talking, Pep is out in a very close round. But the times were a bit slower. And we have the top 4 round on the right side with Massa being in last. When the final map came up, I knew exactly Fredwolf is gonna win on that run. Like, that was obvious to me. This was like the Fredwolf map. Okay, Laku versus Tommy. We have a final here, and Massa is saved by his big teammate Letzter. Okay, we have Levon, Pack and Massa. Meanwhile, Laku is ahead of Tommy. by quite a bit. Tommy is now attacking with a different line, will be further outside here having a worse angle, but actually Laku completely messed up the drift, so Tommy's line just worked out and it puts him into the lead. Means, however, that these times won't be super fast, but they go side by side into the ending. Tommy with a slight advantage, but Laku has a better drift and he overtakes! What a snipe, 0.43 and Tommy 600s behind. And now we check what Div1 is doing, where all three drivers are still close together. Massa, Pack and Levon, who has to slightly release and do an early drift there, but he saved it quite well, so he remains in the round, but it lost him still a little bit, and this could be too much on that level. So we see Pack and Massa slightly extending their lead further to Levon. And now we go big screen and we see Massa with a different line. Levon actually with a very good line overtaking Massa here. So Massa needs a banger last turn and was not enough. Levon overtook towards the end and Massa's out with a 0.92. And we see a final between Pack and Levon. Oh my god. Okay. What a classic in a final. Early mistake by one of the players. The round kind of decided. Of course, Pack needs to bring it through. Actually, Levon didn't even lose that much. Well, now he lost a bit more. Yeah, very exciting. GG Pack. Yeah, I was actually now on holidays. And that is also the reason why I didn't think about it, because I didn't put all the cups into my Google Sheet. Or actually, it was written down in the Google Sheet, that date, but I didn't really look into the Google Sheet during my holidays. And then I forgot. I had all the time the feeling, wasn't there something happening still? And I didn't think about that. I actually played another cup at that time at 8 p.m. that I also won, but the cup was mega yak. It was basically repeated 4 times because of server issues, and the result was 4 times basically the same. Also from that I have a recording. Was super yak. And interestingly, Mikkelsgolf was my main opponent in that cup. And Mikkelsgolf was also super trained on these maps from the Skogsros Cup, if I recall correctly. Also, Mikkelsgolf also maybe forgot about it, I don't know. But he would have been also an opponent, but he played also this Yak Cup.